For a small island community covering an area of only 4 square miles, the response time for a fire-related emergency may not seem that difficult at first glance.
We're a small island in northern Michigan, 8.2 miles around. We have about 500 year-round residents.
With 1 million tourists visiting the island every summer, the responsibility to keep the community and its assets safe becomes an even greater challenge.
About 85% of our downtown is greater than 100-year-old historic structures.
For these reasons, Mackinac Island maintains some of the best resources and equipment available for their fire department.
We have a 55-foot tower, a new rapid response truck that has full pumping capacity. We have 3 pumping apparatus for a small rural community and a ladder truck.
But when the call comes and the water flows, there's only one piece of equipment, one necessary element between the firefighter and the fire that must perform without fail.
If we're not able to get the water, it doesn't matter. So the fire hose is instrumental in us being successful, and we need to make sure we rely on it.
After a 5-hour drive and a 45-minute ferry ride, the FireCATT team arrives at the top of Mackinac Island. The FireCATT team prepares to test nearly 13,000 feet of hose for the day. FireCATT President Mark Radicke assembles his men and briefs them prior to testing the first set of fire hose apparatus. With testing personnel ready, Operations Leader and Battalion Chief Dan Stoddard prepares to run the first 3,000 feet of hose through a 4-phase testing process. Phase 1. All fire hose is organized and unpacked based on the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA standards. Hose is documented and returned to the same location after testing, unless specified otherwise by the department. Same pressure hose is coupled together on corresponding manifolds in sections up to 300 feet in length, optimizing the efficiency of FireCATT's hose testing process. Phase 2. Each section of fire hose is barcoded and marked on the outer jacket, a process that creates redundant identification for data tracking, which is provided to the department in both hard copies and digital formats once tests are complete. A consistent pressure of 45 psi is initiated while air is bled at each end of the hose section to ensure safe and effective testing. Lastly, couplings are marked for slippage, and each hose is inspected for leaks. Phase 3. Each manifold and its section of hose is individually programmed with its prescribed pressure through the FireCATT PLC touchscreen system. In accordance with the NFPA 1962 standard, each section of hose goes through a series of increases in pressure, along with stabilizing and boosting, in order to ensure a quality and reliable fire hose apparatus. Patented pressure transducers maintain and detect any change in the level of hose pressure in order to qualify the hose as a pass or a fail. Phase 4. With personnel clear and pressurization complete, the system is depressurized through the pressure relief valve. Each hose is disconnected and repacked in the style and location with which it was found, or specified by the department. Failed hose is tagged defective, with quality rack hose taking its place.
So today, we threw some real unique challenges at FireCATT. When I was talking to Mark on the phone, he said, "Oh, we'll test hose anywhere." Well, we made him come over on a boat. Well, that boat was leaving at 5 o'clock for them to go home. And I kind of told them we had about 9,000 feet of hose, maybe 10. Well, ended up at about 13. So we had a lot more than expected to handle. And his guys took it in stride, put it into a second gear, and got it done. Mark and his team, really, they pressed safety so hard. It's so important. We didn't have any injuries today. Everybody had a good day. Everybody really enjoyed seeing the process. It took us a little while to learn the system, but they really got it down to a science. And today we did an entire fleet of hose and all of our rack hose and everything else, and it couldn't have moved smoother. Rotating apparatus through. We were able to keep the apparatus we needed in service while we were still testing hose. It's a system, and they really got the system down to where it's so efficient, and it so increases the safety of your guys that we won't go back any other way.
FireCATT, the fastest, safest, most accurate fire hose testing company in the nation.